Hello to all you peacekeepers, loving people, those that reach into their heart to try and find solutions to problems that are going on right now. This video is going to be a little bit tough because it's about all the problems that are going on, and it can be a little negative at times. The most natural state of being is freedom. So if freedom is your natural state of being, why are you locking yourselves into false mindsets where government sources have kept you held and manipulated? But not only this, because you are so held, why is it that you judge others who cry for their freedom from these mental chains? Why is it you call them conspiracy nuts? After all, you're trapped too, so why wouldn't they be trapped? Isn't this your mindset when you see others wishing to be free from this system that enslaves them? Isn't it time that you also cried for your freedom from the torturous bondage labelled the monetary system that you must slave to sustain? A system which leaves the poor and starving poorer and starving, and the rich ever greedy and hungrier for money. So you have enough, yet you too are locked into the place of anger towards those who refuse to be chained into these lies. You are manipulated into supporting the manipulators, and you bully for them. You bully everyone into being locked into this same system where there is no way out. A system where a job's a job and people will do almost anything, even abuse children and rip them from their mothers whilst crying when they see this done to animals because they need to pay their rent. Get back to your natural state of being. Shout loud that freedom should not be be a punishable crime. Walk the talk. I work as a volunteer and I'm a carer to my son, yet I must claim benefits. But what if we were to all do our jobs this way for the love of humanity and for the love and care of one another, for our sons and daughters, for the next generation, for the elderly and the sick? Yet it's so that when we are made to feel guilt, nonetheless, since it is a benefit money that ensures that we have roofs over our heads, who then does the caring when the carers become ill and bullied out into paid employment? I'll tell you who. The councils do the caring, and we are as good as giving our relatives and children along with the benefits away to this incredibly abusive system, and we're letting it happen under our very noses as we watch children being dragged from their homes for the smallest of reasons, as we watch elderly people being bruised and abused in care by those who have no love as a family would, or rather should. It is the selfishness and the bullying that puts people into these positions. It's this I'm alright Jack society where nobody really cares about anyone but themselves anymore. People are not lazy by nature. They're becoming more and more depressed at the bullying that goes on in society. If given the chance, if they had the choice and got the chance to do the work for others without it being an enforced thing, they would gain some self-esteem and start to actually want to live. Today I wrote a status which I'd like to add here, as it's a part of this video and a part of this bullying system also, since I feel it is relevant to the bullying which goes on in society today. My status is as follows. Please do not send me any more shocked or angry messages of hate telling me who I can and can't support, and about my views on this disgraceful and disgusting action that Israel is taking against humanity right now. I will not discuss with anyone who thinks it's correct to slaughter thousands of innocents no matter what their politics or religion. I will not get into political rows over this with anyone. My stance is, as I clearly said on the video of Max Egan, Max is someone who's out there currently in Palestine and isn't just getting his information from his TV set, as many are. Arguing over politics or religion and conversations regarding who belongs to which evil reptilian side, etc., deserves zero amount of my time. What does require my time, and I do give time to, is supporting human rights. Not religious rights, or acknowledging their existence either way, not Muslim, not Jew, humans. Not governments, not kings or queens, but humans. Not even British, American, Australian, French, German, Egyptian, Israeli, or Palestinians. Human beings and human rights. Governments are ignoring other governments, making it acceptable to slaughter these Palestinian people because they don't recognise their government, and that's not okay. Anyone who says it is blinded by propaganda, and what is their own governments and rulers are allowing them to see and think. And they tell you that you need them to protect you, and the Palestinian people need them to protect them. This evil action is political hatred and agenda that some of you are buying into. Any government who refuses to recognise another country's government because they are not part of their own elitist bloodlines, in so doing they deserve no right to be recognised as a governing body and ruler themselves. Just because Palestine government does not belong to the elitist bloodlines does not make this slaughter okay. Just as it does not make it okay that our own governments go out to other countries and slaughter thousands. I support the men and women who are not labelled as ruler. Human beings have their own ruler within each of them. Each of them are part of God no less than each other. Whether they have recognised government or not, I'm making this stand because I'm aware and I am awake. If you don't like what I'm posting, please delete me. I will delete every message I receive containing any support of what is going on out there to those people right now. Your recognised governments are no more right for the killings of any person. One message I received today says it all. It reads, as soon as Palestinian people get rid of their government, which they voted to govern them, Hamas, this will stop. Well, guess what, people? As soon as you get rid of your own governments, all wars will stop too. And you know what? If other governments were stealing parts of your country, they would be doing far worse than firing a few rockets at them. Believe me, this small country is being eroded by a bigger one, and it is unrecognised government is sticking up for itself while you human beings fall for the following man-made rules and laws according to how this world currently works. You kill one man and you're deemed a murderer. That seems right to me. But if you are a government and kill billions, you make your country a greater power. All of you who fall for this deem these rules to be right and fair, and you deem it to be right and fair in your need to live in a great country and wave your stupid little flags with pride and patriotism. As one friend on Facebook, Shadrach Crowbone, added, and I have asked permission to use this here, no matter what your thoughts are religiously or politically, who can watch women and children and innocents being slaughtered and not feel compassion? For pity's sake, how many children are screaming in agony? How much physical and emotional suffering is happening there? As soon as people see each other separate to themselves, they become self-deceived and start to kill in their own hearts. This is the massive deception of human life. This is the illusion of the mind that governments and borders really exist. This is only two things that there are only two things that really coexist, and that is love and hate. And if we hate, we are self-deceived. If we love, even under the hardest of circumstances, then we remain true to self and we remain clear-minded. Reach into your own hearts and cry for the people rather than the support of a government-led cause, believing their reasoning and to be reasonable. Because when you do this, you become part of the problem. It's time to bring love back and support humanity and mankind rather than any government agenda today. That's what's going on, and that's what's making our children weep. And this is our future if we don't stop it now. Thank you for your love and support, and thank you for all the wishes that I've had following that particular status that I've put on there today. I can see there are so many people that are also awakening to this, and I thank you so much. Bless your hearts, bless you all. Keep up the good work and keep up the peace. And please always see love. Namaste.